What's up, everybody? How you guys doing out there? Let me make sure y'all can hear me real quick one time. Let me move that thing out the way. Just getting some static from that bad boy. Some inner motherfucking fears to RFI. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Listen to this. Uh, yeah. Bump some of this. This is how I feel when I hear y'all clowns. Y'all motherfuckers be jealous as a motherfucker. Mad shit.
I kept it classic from the gate, but you niggas wanna hate like I won't seal y'all motherfucking fates. I should've known y'all was snakes with plastic smiles and plastic handshakes. You'll never be forgiven for being this fake. Y'all with the annex, the screen acting skill shit, perpetrating like real friends waiting to switch on me. You might as well put a hit out on me. What you talking about? You got fake homies. I ain't never ever seen nothing faker than you. That's why when y'all come around, I be shaking you dudes. Y'all bit the hand that gave you your first meal, gave you your G status and taught you to be real. And for what? So you can fuck it off crying like a breezy. I ain't never plotted on none of y'all. Fuck if you don't believe me, nigga. For this shit, you are now ass out, nigga. You could be on fire and I wouldn't pistol put you out. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I know you niggas ain't feeling the fact that I'm shitting on you hating motherfuckers and suckers for bullshitting. And you wishing I would let up, but fuck you, I ain't quitting. Coming hot as fucking lava to burn you with fire spins.
Oh, I'm gonna come in. I'm just gonna play the music, bro. Y'all know y'all out there, so let me know when y'all come through.
Smile in my face and you plot behind my back. You probably say you're sorry to see me jacked and clack. Yeah, I see it in your eyes behind the smiles and well wishes. You out there smutting a nigga out getting high with broke bitches. And for what? Cause I choose to put my money move down and got my bread hard enough thread so up the whole town. You fuck niggas is wondering why I don't come around. I'm on the mission to get this label off the motherfucking ground, nigga. The homie told me before he left this earth that I might have to do dirt to up my work.
Don't be acting slow now. Come on.
Super soaky shirts with something hot enough to turn your khaki pants to skirts. Watch. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. Now how can a G avoid the snakes and snitches when everybody's smoking meth and gossiping like bitches? By keeping your eyes open and passing out stitches to each and every punk motherfucker that's on your shit list. And God is my witness. You niggas been hating since day one that I started in this motherfucking business. And God is my witness. I put your fucking thoughts on the wall. You ever try to stop me from feeding my kids, bitch? I gotta take phase now. Niggas is getting smoked like pigs in the ground at luau's. Homies killing homies. Everybody clicking up. They smoking drink with you. Later on that night they stick you up. Niggas is thinking these bitches ain't hoes and tricking up. Look at the shit that phonyism made you a victim of. It's no love and niggas ain't slick enough. Nigga, what is crucial how you niggas out here switching up. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy. I don't need, you don't need, we don't need no jealousy.
Do you get it? I don't need, you don't need, we don't need that shit. But you know what? Keep bringing them numbers in. I see motherfuckers just, always making videos because, really to tell you the truth, ain't nothing to talk about in the sport of boxing. But guess what? The Ldbc, it's not everybody. It's just some people that just can't be too creative and stuff like that. And C20XC said, what the title mean, bro? It says Ldbc jealousy, don't fight the pimpin'. That basically means is you can't stop it. You can't stop the pimping. You can't stop the mouthpiece. You can't stop the bodies of work that's out here on YouTube and on social media. You can't stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop the, with all these people out here making videos, diss tracks and stuff like that, with people in the LDBC. You can't stop what they doing. You know, you could try your best and stuff like that. What's going on, Tyrone's? You can try your best, but you know, all you could do is just get off our scraps. You know what I'm saying? You when people is sitting over here constantly, you know, making videos about other people on YouTube, other YouTube creators and stuff like that, you getting the scraps. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting nothing but scraps. And that's why I played that song right there. You know, that's my uncle right there, you know what I'm saying? And he made a track a long time ago, and it was very how would you say, appropriate for the situation that I'm talking about right now. I could play some Sugar Free, you know what I'm saying? And hit you with a couple of lines, you know. But can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? You look, let me tell y'all something. This is the dumbest thing that I've what's up, Mo Boxing? What's happening? This is the dumbest thing that I be hearing, right? Don't none of y'all want to question. I mean, then a lot of people don't want to question it. Don't want to question how, you know, you got millions of dollars out there for the AJ and Fury fight with nothing signed, all these deadlines being put out there, right? But nothing, right? All these multi-millionaires, what is they being told? Because at the end of the day, we all know that, you know, Tyson Fury is in arbitration with Deontay Wilder still to this day. Tyson Fury saying, I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm paying these lawyers a lot of money and stuff like that. He know what's going on. He just can't say nothing. You mean to tell me you're going to pay somebody all this money and you're just going to just sit back and just hope that you get an AJ fight and you ain't over here sitting there, what about this? What about that? Like, what's really going on? You ain't trusting and verifying nothing. And for all these so-called YouTube channels and stuff like that, that call themselves so smart and stuff like that, when they over here running their mouth when it comes to the LDBC, it's like, why you ain't making videos about how the fuck is the AJ and Fury fight going to happen when this guy is still in court with this guy, and at the same time as what these millionaires saying when they know this guy is still in arbitration with Deontay Wilder. Like, what are they really saying to these guys? Is they really being truthful to those multi-millionaires and so-called billionaires or thousandaires or whatever you want to call them? Is they really being truthful? Or is they just sitting up over there just oh yeah, you know, it don't matter what the arbitration court saying this and the third, blah blah whoop whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why he didn't sue, and they have to go through arbitration because those clauses is always in the contracts, and then not only that, it's in the WBC rules. Scrapbook Boxing, what's happening? Thanks for stopping by. I ain't seen you in a minute. I'm gonna stop by in a minute. I just got these ribs on the grill and stuff like that, you know. So until I'm waiting for them to get to a certain point before I open that grill back up. You know, you can't be opening that grill, you know, opening up, taking the heat out and stuff. So you gotta let it do what it do for a minute, and then, you know, trust the flame and shit like that, and the temperature. I think it's around 200 right now, so that's cool. It's gonna die down 175. Smoke them ribs up, make them nice and tender and shit. That's what I want them. You know what I'm saying? Falling off the bone and shit. Let's you know, you got to keep it real. Like I said in my Black Star Sports TV 2, what's happening? Like I said in the video yesterday, is like, you know, nobody knows what's going to be the outcome of it all. This is something that's probably I don't know, Scrapbook Boxing probably know. You ain't never seen nobody go to no arbitration like this and then actually have proof and all the other stuff as far as what happened with the contract and shit, you know, and the guy doesn't get to fight and they get to move on. To me, that's kind of weird. And the reason why it's weird, because what's the point of having arbitration and mediation if it means nothing? What's the point of signing the contract with somebody and having deadlines when it means nothing? Tyson Fury and AJ's deadline has been done. It's over. Today's Tuesday. It's probably 12 o'clock in the UK right now. So they on Wednesday. That's the shit that doesn't make sense to me. Deadlines don't mean nothing anyways. When money's on the line, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. It's whether or not you want the fight or you don't. And you got to chop it up you got to leave it as that, and that's what Tyson Fury did. He don't want the Wilder fight. He can make all kind of weird, I smashed him up this time and I'll do it again. Yeah, that sounds nice. But, are you willing to do it again? Can you do it again? I don't know, but also, I don't know if I hit on it, but, a lot of everybody's supposed to be, is sounding like street. I mean, me too, including me, sound like a street lawyer. But why is nobody questioning everybody, a lot of people are saying the fight is going to happen, right? The Wilder and Fury fight. I mean, the Fury and AJ fight is going to happen. A lot of people are saying that. But why is nobody questioning what happens if Deontay Wilder wins the arbitration? What happens if he wins the arbitration? Does that mean Tyson Fury can't fight nobody else but Deontay Wilder? What happens with AJ and what they got going on? Is that going to stop AJ and other promoters by way of injunctions and stuff like that? And I give you guys a perfect example, right? So O'Shaquie Foster with Ldbc, they going through it right now, right? And what did Ldbc say? That's in that contract. Force majeure. Has a force majeure contract a clause in there. And that basically means, anything of act of God, COVID, and stuff like that, can hinder what the fighter wants and what the promoter wants and prolong the contract. So I'm pretty sure they had that in that contract. Nobody knew this shit was going. Nobody knew COVID was going to happen. If COVID didn't happen, will we have seen the Wilder and Wilder and Fury fight? I'm pretty sure, yeah, we would have saw it. They were negotiating back and forth and stuff like that, and it looks like a lot of other things, got in the way of that fight happening, and somebody saw some money on the other side and said, hey, I think I can scoot over here. And what did Bob Arum say? If I was Deontay Wilder, I'd sue. So, and then I heard something interesting by a guy be on Twitter and stuff like that. Art Man. He played a video. I think it was from Drew Titans when Tyson Fury was talking about gloves and shit. And not gloves, but water. He's talking about not drinking water from certain people in the locker rooms and stuff like that because you just never know what's going to be in it. And he heard some things. And you can't take nothing for granted in boxing. You can't say, oh, this never happens. This ain't going to happen. You never know what somebody's going to do. I'm not insinuating that whether or not Tyson Fury cheated or not, but I'm just saying, or anybody is cheating. But if people are taking PEDs, what else is people doing? People taking PEDs in boxing or in sports in general. Then you hear stories about Lamar Odom on Vlad TV using the fake penis to piss, and hearing stories of he got it from somebody else, the idea from somebody else. You hear about Mike Tyson using the fake penis to piss. Who else? What else people doing to get past these contracts? The guy that I did a video on a while back, I don't know if you guys really I can't play that. I don't know if you guys really paid attention to what I was saying, but what is the guy name? The guy's name is God damn it. Anyways, he was a police officer. He was a police officer at the time, and at the same time, he was a Nevada State Athletic Commission inspector. which he's basically a part of, upholding the rules during events. He also did an event at the one of the Khabib's fights. He was in the ring for that, and in the in the court case, what he was going to court for, it said that he was giving his mistress, which was a stripper slash dope fiend, clean piss so she could pass her piss test. So when you hear about that type of stuff, police officer who is also a Nevada State Athletic Commission official is doing all these illicit things, including he had drugs on the thing, credit card fraud, and a whole bunch of other shit. So if he's doing all that type of stuff, what else is he doing? When people start getting in debt and stuff like that and have a big ass family, you know, they're probably going to be like the most likely people to be an insider threat. I'm not saying this stuff happens, but what I'm saying is when you have human beings in the mix of big fight nights and big lot of money on the line and stuff like that, you can't say that nothing is going to happen that shouldn't happen. D-Lo 404 boxing, what's happening? You can't say that ain't nothing's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We heard, how the hell, if that's the case, you're going to say no, then how does somebody takes Dillian White's gloves during a boxing match and he has to use somebody else's? And the other team don't even get to see these and inspect these gloves. So can't nobody in the sport of boxing say that whatever you think of right now is probably these guys are probably thinking way harder than that when it comes to cheating. Big Baby Miller had how much shit in his system? The WBC champion right now, so-called Ring Magazine champion right now, he popped. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these boxers out here popping. Canelo gets to slide off into the sunset. You got people be able to, UCAD allows people to take auxiliary outside of competition. So it's kind of like you can't nobody say, I don't give a fuck what it is. They probably doing shit I would never heard of, or we never heard of motherfuckers do. You know what I'm saying? And for people to just blow it off and just be like, well, you know, he made all these accusations and stuff like that. Well, that's his truth. Who was you to say that if you was cheated, what would you do? A lot of people would say, well, you know, I would do this and do that, blah, blah, blah. Well, you never been cheated on this magnitude to where millions of dollars on the line, you on national TV, your career on the line, and all that other shit. So, you know, you can, and then you can take it to this. You can take it to all the parts to why you ain't seeing certain fights, why you ain't seeing the Earl and Crawford fight. We can say, oh, it's because he won't take this. Oh, because of this. Oh, that's Ghetto Vet right there. Can't play that. Right? People can say whatever they want to. Well, we don't know. These promoters be doing all kind of slick shit to get boxers out of the way and stuff like that. Like, come on. How does Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois get where they are right now? And then some of these fighters right now is fighting for belts and never fought internationally. Never fought internationally. How come you win the America's belt or a third tier belt over here? Nobody want to fight you, but you win the British title and everything. People automatically want to put you up there to where you can fight for a world title. Don't make any sense to me. It's rob Peter to pay Paul. And they robbing us to pay the fighter or the promoter or these little belts. I mean, that's just me. No, I know Mo Boxing. Mo Boxing got motherfuckers hot right now. They're in hot pursuit of his ass because He believes in what he believes. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see me going to their channel, cussing them out, making videos and shit like that. Oh, you suck. You don't. This in the third. Look at this crazy guy. Like, fuck it. Dillian White said he gonna kill Derek Chisora. What happened with that? Nothing. Nothing. Right? I didn't say it. Dillian White said it. I mean, hell, fucking David Hay smacked Derek Chisora upside the motherfucking face and almost knocked him out. Had him crying, talking about he glassed me, man. What do you think he was gonna do? You stepping in his face like that? I don't hear y'all talking about that. But then you got Tyson Fury talking about how Deontay Wilder is an asshole or whatever the case may be, less than the man and all this other shit. What did he say? Let's see what Tyson Fury said. Tyson Fury basically said, oh, I can't pull it up. He called him disrespectful and dishonorable and all that shit, right? You know what? He might be a Somalian pirate, but your ass is a butt pirate, and now your ass is hitting the motherfucking plank. Boom! Hit the plank, motherfucker. How about that? Come up here talking that shit. What's the fuck you get? Fury is the king of the LD. No, he ain't. He's not even a king. King of what? The motherfuckers is a gypsy and he live in that house. He don't live in no caravan. Is he a gypsy? Does he know his gypsy roots? Does he? Does he do gypsy things? I mean, besides cocaine and drinking alcohol? You see what I'm saying? Get your ass up out of here, boy. Yeah. See, Mo Boxing, you got motherfuckers in hot pursuit. As soon as I said your motherfucking name, some dude came up in here on your ass, boy. On your ass. Come in highly disrespectful and shit. Called your ass a pirate. Shit. At least them pirates is willing to fight for something. You know what I'm saying? They out there trying to get some motherfucking money because all you motherfuckers came up over there and fucked they shit up. Like the UK, America, all the other shit came up over there and fucked they shit up. That's why they out there trying to get some money. Or you fucking probably forgot. Hold up, I gotta click that forward. Shit, damn, blow my motherfucking thing. Hey man, you can't, man. That motherfucking man. Let me tell you something, man. Shit, we playing this one. Fuck it. Fuck it if I get this band. Like I said, man. Back where we was at. Look. What if Tyson Fury can't fight AJ? What's gonna happen with all y'all suckers? Huh? What y'all gonna do? Huh? Y'all gonna be all up over here, all up in these Ldbc videos. Y'all gonna make all kind of videos sounding sick as fucking shit. Sound like y'all need another hit of that cocaine. Or that glass motherfucking pipe. Or that shit you put in your arm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna sit up over here and be like, I told you, motherfucker. All you had to do was just sit back, relax, and just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Sit back and be boo. That's all you had to do. But you didn't want to do that. Everybody's a know-it-all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to play street lawyer, including myself. You know what I'm saying? But hey, look. How is Tyson Fury going to talk about Deontay Wilder being dishonorable, right? And Deontay Wilder being this and being that, right? In that interview. Well, let's go down on a list of some of the things that I can remember when it comes to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury said a woman's best place is in the kitchen, right? Tyson Fury aimed that he would have hanged his sister if he deemed her to be promiscuous. Fury likened homosexuality to pedophilia, pedophiles. Explained that he believes that legislation of homosexuality and abortion are two of the three things that need to be accomplished before the devil comes home. Comparing the existence of transgender people to the practice of bestiality, claiming sexual relations with animals will be legalized within 10 years. Blame nandrolone on wild boar nuts. Eating wild boar nuts. You tried to dupe the people. Like, who the fuck is out there just putting nuts in their mouth? Right? Not only that, what kind of man runs from his own problems like Tyson Fury did when he popped for nandrolone? He didn't fight it. He quit. That's what he did. He quit like a little bitch and ran, got to the bottle and cocaine and blowed up 300 plus motherfucking pounds. Right? What kind of man do that? You can't say nothing about nobody being dishonorable but yourself. He can't. He said, C2XE said he's correct on that front, Mike. They already doing trials in Sweden with dolls for pedophiles. No, that's not what he was talking about. He's not right with none of that shit. Because when you start putting everybody in one boat because you have problems with a few people, that's when you have a problem. See what I'm saying? That's when you're gonna catch a case. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who the motherfucker is gay. I don't get down like that. I don't believe in that shit. But I'm not gonna sit up over here and get on their ass. Well, not no pun intended. I'm not gonna sit up over here and dog them because I don't believe in what they're doing, and then put the Bible verses in there. He's not right with nothing. The dude has been getting away with running his mouth. That's all it is. You know, I'm not making this up. It's in black and white on how this guy has been running his mouth and getting away with it. What they gonna do? Take his Fighter of the Year award? What they gonna do? Nothing. Everybody want that money. Right? I forget what he really said about Deontay Wilder, but Tyson Fury can't talk about nobody. Tyson Fury and Big Baby Miller is in the same boat. They shouldn't be able to say nothing about nobody. They both whole boxing career has a whole bunch of holes in it and shit, and nobody really want to check them. Well, people would check Big Baby Miller, but ain't nobody out here checking Tyson Fury. It's people trying to do that out here too, but that's not what he was saying. He was talking about legalizing pedophilia. He was talking about making legislation towards them to where faggotry is not allowed. That's what he was talking about. So I don't know how you want to put it. You could believe whatever he said later on, but we all know what kind of fork-ton Tyson Fury is. Would you believe Tyson Fury with his track record? Whenever time he says something, and then when he catch heat, he tries to lessen the blow because it's been working. Because motherfuckers will believe anything, long as he places a little doubt in somebody's mind. Can't nobody believe anything that comes out of Tyson Fury's cock holster. How about that? Can't nobody. And he got a big one. Right? Yeah, you had a troll in here, man. Everywhere Bo Boxing go, he got motherfuckers following his ass in hot pursuit. Like, woo, 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 pull over, Moe, pull over, Moe, pull over. C20XE said, I seen that interview. He basically said they have made abortion and homosexuality life. They ain't made nothing. They ain't is look. If he says they have made homosexuality legal, right? Which is doing whatever you want to stick in your motherfucking ass is your motherfucking business, right? Right? That means he wants it to be illegal. Like, that means he wants it to be illegal, right? If he says, and homosexuality legal, he said they're trying to make homosexuality legal. Something that everybody has the God-given right to do. You got your God-given, well, I'm sorry, not your God-given right, but as far as the land, the law of the land is concerned, you have the right to stick digglings or whatever the case may be up your ass. You have the right to get with the same sex. As far as the law of the land is. He's saying make that shit illegal. I mean, I don't know how you don't put 2 and 2 together. No, the only thing left is we all know that shit. Them motherfuckers need to go. We all know that. We all know them pedophiles got to go. You know what I'm saying? But he was liking homosexuality to pedophilia. But now all homosexuals are out here to get little boys. You know what I'm saying? So when you box them all in together, that's when you start having the problems. Molly Wally, what's happening?
What's good? What's good, Mike? What's good?
Boy, what the hell you do to them motherfuckers, man? They on your motherfucking ass, boy, in hot pursuit.
Listen. That guy's saying he's a few ridiculous right there from the UK, man. You know what I mean? They hate me. They hate me, man. They hate me for no reason though, because I'm telling the truth. That's all I do, and you're telling the truth as well. Yeah. At the end of the day, listen. At the end of the day, we're gonna keep telling the truth, and it is what it is. Because if you're not telling the truth, these shows are not gonna be nowhere. Like you, basically, they're not gonna give your channel no attention if you're not telling the truth. But when you are telling the truth, they're gonna fucking dick ride you. So I'm just telling the truth. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying, man. The motherfuckers, man. They I don't know what they own. Like I'm reading this comment.
Yeah, I am religious.
The other one. I mean, no. But see, Mo, it doesn't matter who's a lot of people on social media is religious. A lot of people. If he believes what he believes in and stuff like that, ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, I don't. You're talking about Taj Fury, right? I don't think he's
no, the guy. C20XC said you're a religious dude.
Yeah, I'm religious. I'm a Muslim. I'm actually fasted. It's Ramadan this month. That's why I'm not really going to be on a lot of panels. So I'm not going to be.
Come on, man.
I'm not going to be in a chat. I'm just going to keep it minimal.
Mo, but the other day I smelled pork chops on your breath.
No. Now you becoming like the Fury fans, man.
I'm fucking with you, bro.
I know. Listen. I'm not like these other UK guys, man. They get offended so easily, man. Listen, I travel around the world, so I get it. At the end of the day, all these people, they just chat a lot of rubbish. They don't want to tell the truth. So Mo, they're going around circles. You know what I mean? They got Fury.
I got a serious question. Question, Mo. Have you ever had a pork chop though?
No. Nearly in Burger King. Like there was it looked like a chicken wings, but somebody told me, "Nah, don't eat it. It's pork chops." I was like, "What?" You know, mom was about to eat it.
You shouldn't be eating nothing in there, boy.
I'll go stop, man.
Stay away from that shit.
Somebody was like, "No, allow it, stop it, yo, stop it."
I'm not, man. I try to stay away from that shit, man. You don't know what's in that shit. I'm
Now
being real.
I used to eat like my favorite burger is chicken royale meal. I love it, man. I absolutely love it.
Is what?
Chicken royale meal. Chicken royale meal. That's the only burger I like in Burger King. That's the only burger I like in Burger King. You get me? So
Oh,
other
I try
than
to
that,
stay
I
out
don't
of
really
there,
like
so I don't
much.
know.
Now I eat KFC. I eat. Apparently, we're gonna get Popeye chicken now as well in England. Popeye's chicken.
You know what, man? That man, you gotta stay away from that shit, man. So they don't wash their chicken, they don't clean it right. None of that shit, man. In KFC, man. I'm not. I mean, the recipe is cool. You know what I'm saying? But they need to do a better job of cleaning that shit and getting better chicken in there, man. Because that shit, something ain't right about that shit, Mo. Something ain't right.
I get it. I get it. What did he say? Burger King is in the UK was fined for serving horse meat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a long time ago, but that was a while ago. They did get fined for they were trying to do a slick thing in it. They're right, because obviously
I'm.
horse
I
and
had horse
cows is the
meat.
meat.
I had horse meat. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Plenty of
It's the same
times,
kind of thing.
willingly,
Yeah,
willingly. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but it is something wrong with it. And they giving you, lame horses like with cancer or they died of old age. That's when it becomes a
yeah.
problem. Like, and
Facts,
that's probably what
facts.
they was doing right there. It's probably
Hmm.
giving you the lame ones, the ones with cancer that died early and shit like that. And you know, it's like me, I butcher goats every now and again, like when I get it and put it in my freezer. But
Apparently, the horse meat it tastes better than the cow meat. But
I
you
don't
know what?
know.
I would stay away from that horse meat because you don't know what's in there. You know what I mean? For
Not
all you know,
not
it's like you could be like eating cancer really. So
Yeah. That's
you
what
know
I'm
what I mean?
saying. The same thing with cows. They be having that shit. They just be plucking that shit off. You know, I was butchering a motherfucking goat one time. And I had to throw the whole thing away because it had a whole bunch of like bumps around his organs, like it had cancer or
Yeah,
something. So I threw that shit away. It wasn't fat.
yeah,
Tell you
man.
that much.
But where's Saint gone? Because I
But
came,
C20XC said the horse meat burgers was delicious.
but that's the thing though. Like, you know what they do though? They put stuff in there that is quite addictive. They do that to the Royale meals. You know what I mean? They do that in KFC. They do that in McDonald's. You know what I mean? They put stuff that's very, very addictive. But Where's Saint gone, man? The Fury Dick Rider. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Because he's saying, hey, Fury is the king. Fury ain't no king. Fury is not a king.
Oh nah, I kicked him.
No, he's back.
Not
Apparently, he's not blocked. He's not
nah
blocked,
he
I think.
nah
Hang on, let me
I
have a
kicked
look.
him. Oh,
Let me
D-Lo
have a look.
404 said no thanks on the horse meat. I had it in Japan, man. It
Yeah, no
wasn't
thanks as well.
it wasn't bad. Like, of course I didn't have like no big ass steak or nothing. It was just small little slithers. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad. Throw some five spice and some salt on that hole, and it was actually pretty good. But like I said, it was nothing bigger than the part what you pork, the fork, the part what you poke with. It was no bigger than that little curved part. Not the whole fork, but just the little curved part. It was just that big. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad. I told that ass up. You know what I'm saying? Told that ass up straight up. Yeah. But so Mo, you heard what I was saying, man. And what do you think about with these investors knowing that Tyson Fury is in our got some legal shit going on with Deontay Wilder? What do you think they talking about? Do you think that hindered whether or not they got a fight date or anything like that?
Um, I think that's the thing though, because arbitration is going on. That's why, like, they don't want to announce it. Everybody knows about that now. They can't hide it. You know what I mean? Before they were diminishing like this whole mediation and arbitration, but now everybody knows about it. So now they can't deny it no more. Do you know what I mean? So it's a good thing, and that's why all these investors are not really willing to take that risk because Deontay Wilder, remember, he's very unpredictable. You don't know who he's gonna do next. He's the one that's holding the key. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, yeah, he is holding all the keys. I'm telling you, man. I am telling you, I've been saying it for a while. You've been saying it for a while. He's the one that's holding the key. All these British fans, yeah, that's why I'm so different because I can see things differently. Like listen, the British fans, yeah, they like to, sweep things under the carpet. I like to face reality. You know what I mean? That's why they can't stand it. How are you gonna go for undisputed when you got a rematch clause with somebody? Deontay Wilder is, you know what I mean, is not a poor man. He's got money. You know what I mean? He can pay for lawyers. You know what I mean? They're treating this guy like as if he's like a nobody. That's why Deontay Wilder is not having it. He's taking them to court, and whatever money he gets offered, he's gonna refuse it. So all these people, yeah, they don't really wanna like go against Deontay Wilder because they're gonna get sued. Because we're in 2021 now. We're not in the past. You know what I
Right.
mean? That you can just hide and run away. Because remember, this guy, he already ran away from Klitschko, but that was justified because he was gone for like 2 years. But now, you know, the only way he can get away with it is if he runs again for 2 years. But you know what I mean? Rest assured, he ain't gonna like fight next unless Deontay Wilder says so. And from what I heard last time in Deontay Wilder's interview, he was saying, "Look, I want Fury next. I want Fury.
Mm.
That's his rightfully fight. So, like it or love it, that's his rights to fight Fury. Unless Fury says, "Look, I'm depressed again. I'm gonna retire for 2 years,
Hmm.
whatever." But you ain't fighting AJ next. And Wilder, from what I see, he wants to fight Fury badly. Fury's the one
Right.
that's scared. Fury's the one that's running away. That's why, listen, yeah, we love to see undisputed in the different circumstances, but when I know that, I believe that he cheated. I mean, if you're gonna tell me now, oh, where's the evidence? I don't have no evidence for you. My gut feeling from the videos, what I've seen, the gloves, that's good
Hmm.
enough for me. That is good enough for me. And if it was the other way around, they be believing Fury. If Fury lost that fight and he said Wilder cheating me and he showed those clips and those gloves, imagine those Fury fans. You know what I mean? They'd be like abusing us. We're not even abusing them. We're actually calm about this whole thing. We're just saying, look, give us the third fight. That's it. That's it. We're actually quite calm about it, and we're actually quite smart about it. So that's it. Just give us the third fight, and whatever happens, happens. But the problem is though, like there's a lot of some of our brothers, siding with the Fury fans because they're getting easily brainwashed. Some people that were agreeing with Glovegate now they're saying like, no, I don't know, like, oh, Wilder didn't say nothing and all that sort of stuff. They're saying that now, so they're becoming
Mm.
turncoats, man. And I'm just saying, like, do not be one of those type of people. Don't let like I'm seeing channels that are changing their ways. Channels that I used to highly respect. I'm not gonna name no names. You know what I mean? You probably know about these people, and but I'm just telling you, man. People ain't real about it, man. I'm gonna stick to the things that I was saying from the beginning, and I'm
Mm.
gonna die by it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not gonna apologize. I'm just gonna stand my square because these people they will do exactly the same thing. Because remember, boxing ain't fair, man. If you think it's fair, you know what I mean. You can do one because boxing ain't fucking fair, man. I'm telling you,
Well,
man.
you,
I'm
you
telling
you
you.
have to. I mean, you have to allow people to believe what they want to believe in. But the thing about it all is why do some of these people believe in that? That's what I get it. I allow people to believe what they believe in. But when some of these people allow themselves to believe in certain things by false narratives, that's when I have a hang up because that's when to me it's like you're not really doing your job as an individual and an adult and stuff like that, and just people just allowing people to just make their opinions up for them, and they roll with it. Some of those are fake accounts and some of those aren't fake accounts. It's just people that ain't got enough time to sit up over here or just too lazy. um Let me read some of these comments. Dilo 404 Boxer said AJ better pay attention to what Fury did to Vlad and Wilder AJ won't be an exemption. No, he won't. He won't. He's gonna do it. I mean, we've seen how the refs treated Tyson Fury over the years. Let him hit people in the back. He let the refs allowing him to hit people in the back of the head, use his elbows and shit like that. We the gloves. We know. It's just these people teams got to start paying more attention and stop just thinking that everything is going to be fair and that these commissions, these triple BOCs and these New York, California, Las Vegas, Texas, all these athletic commissions is going to actually fucking do their job. C20XC said this is a business. Heyman will advise Wilder correctly. Look, at this point, it ain't about Al Heyman. Wilder has lawyers on the job with this. Al Heyman ain't a lawyer. I think there's only one lawyer in the game right now, and that's Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? Al Heyman's not a lawyer. And, you know, there's some people out there saying that the contract, Wilder's contract wasn't all that and stuff like that. But I'm telling those people to just wait, sit back, and just see how it unfolds. This is how shit goes through. This is how people, this is why people need to understand. This is the reason why you have contracts and lawyers. Yeah, Tyson Fury's out here doing this, but the reason why you have contracts and lawyers, so at the end of the day, even if Tyson Fury's out here doing this shit and he's making people think that this fight can happen, that's the reason why you have lawyers in the contract, that they make a judgment, and then at the end of the day, they can force this guy into making the fight or retiring and not fighting anybody. D-Lo 404 Boxing is laughing. Yeah, man. I tell my wife all the time, man, cook that tripe shit outside, cook that shit in the house. That shit stank. C20XC said, what do you think the outcome would be? I don't know what the outcome would be. Nobody knows. But I'll tell you this one thing. If you look at Tyson Fury, look, if you look at contracts and you look at that you had COVID, right? And then you look at that the contract is supposedly expired. And then you look at that the AJ and Fury contract expired and they're still negotiating. Well, then you have to say, like, hey, does it really fucking matter if it expired when you guys still had COVID and everybody still had an obligation to do right by the contract because of COVID, because of an act of God? I'm just saying.
Listen to this though. Like, basically, they had I think the contract was supposed to expire back in November, but guess what? Tyson Fury came out back in October saying like he was thanking Daniel Kinahan, you know, saying like the AJ fight has been agreed. So basically, all along he's been basically working on that fight, and basically he wasn't planning on having the rematch with Wilder. This is the thing that people don't get it. This guy is being, you know, doing his best not to have a rematch with Wilder because Wilder is dangerous. You know, you can say whatever you want about him, but he is dangerous, and he will always be dangerous regardless. That's why they don't want to risk it, because they could easily have this fight back in December. If you're that good, face the man and let's see the outcome. And if you beat him, you know what I mean, no one's gonna say anything. You can have that, you know, that dream thing that you want, the undisputed that you guys want. Have it. You know what I mean? But this is the problem though, because they've been negotiating. I heard even from June, they've been planning that AJ fight. Last year, June, man. Come on, man. That's what the arbitration is on. And I think the outcome is gonna go on Wilder's favor, but are they gonna honor that? I don't know. Because boxing is corrupt as hell. They can still have this undisputed, even if Wilder wins the arbitration. This is how fucked up boxing is. It's crooked.
I think if Wilder wins that arbitration, it's gonna fuck up everything for this fight. And the reason why I think it's gonna fuck up everything for that fight, because I don't think any of the promoters can make a fight with Tyson Fury if Deontay Wilder wins. I don't think anybody can sit up there and try to make a fight knowing that this guy just lost. Because I think that especially over here with these boxing commissions and these guys with belts and their rules and stuff like that, and then the Muhammad Ali Act and then all this other stuff. I don't think you can. I don't once he lose because then you have the court of sports arbitration in Switzerland as well out there too. So I don't think you can. I don't think you. I don't. I
I
don't think.
think they listen. Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, boxing. I won't be surprised. Anything happens. Look, they making new belts every single day. You know, I mean, this is the thing. Why I'm saying it's messed up. Everything's messed up. The guy's, I mean, he never had that plan that he's gonna face Wilder for the third time. He was gonna duck him either ways. That's what he wants to do. Like, even if he beats AJ, like if the fight happens and he beats AJ, he ain't gonna rematch AJ. This
Well,
guy doesn't do rematches.
but no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he do or don't. It just matters of what people can make him do. That's the thing, and that's the reason why I'm saying these things. But that's the reason why the right questions needs to be asked when it comes to these guys out here. People should ask people really about what does arbitration mean, and then how much weight does it hold. If Wilder happens to win, what happens with Tyson Fury and AJ? Like, is it actually gonna do anything? Like, these are the questions that need to be asked. Yeah, Tyson Fury and Bob Arum is saying, I don't know, and they're probably saying that because they're in a case, but those are the questions that need to be asked. Because at the end of the day, what's the point of having clauses in your contract for arbitration and mediation, and the WBC having rules and regulations for arbitration and mediation when it doesn't hold weight? And that's the reason why there's certain questions that needs to be asked with these guys that know about these type of things and know the weight that it holds and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, when we look at all that stuff, this is kind of new to a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of new to a lot of us. And so to have a better understanding would be for people that have been through it, that are a bit qualified to explain the ramifications of losing an arbitration and going on to have a fight with somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying, but listen to this, yeah. So
let me grab a beer real quick. Let me grab a beer.
All right. So basically, C220 XE saying, yeah. So all this court stuff and Fury can still fight AJ for undisputed regardless of the outcome. I'm confused. I'm confused as well. I'm absolutely confused because boxing is corrupt. Boxing is corrupt. The guy's never had any rematch. You know what I mean? He never defended his titles. He's gonna do the same thing if he faces AJ. This guy, like he's getting away with everything, man. Like how you gonna run away from a contract? Because they're letting it happen. Mauricio Solomon is letting it happen. Bob Arum is letting it happen. You know what I mean? Like nobody's gonna do nothing about it. This is the thing. Boxing is corrupt, man. Like people need to wake up, man. This is not a proper sport. This is not a proper sport. It's all crooked. But people are gonna think, oh yeah, oh everything is fair. Nothing is fair. I'm telling you, man, nothing is fair. I'm confused like everybody else because this should not even be happening. We should have had the fight. Wilder came out, he said, I won the fight. The only guy that doesn't want the fight is Fury. Fury does not want that fight. Okay? If you beat the guy, let's see another fight. Because you agreed with that contract. Simple as that. But no, he's going to run away. He's going to get some sort of fake undisputed. And that undisputed is not legitimate, by the way. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of arguments. And in the history books, people are going to be like, the real people are going to know that was not undisputed. And whoever supports that fight, you know what I mean, you're crooked as well. Because a lot of the casuals are so excited about this fight. But it's not even undisputed, man. What's wrong with these people, man? What's wrong with these people that are supporting this fakery? Boxing is absolutely becoming fakery, man. Yeah, absolutely, Tyrone. Fury is trash. Because look what he's doing. And yeah, C20XE saying if nothing can be done, then what is the purpose for arbitration? To get money or to get the fight rules by a judge or whoever rules? Yeah, listen, he will have to pay money regardless because arbitration rules states if you lose arbitration, you have to pay for all the cost. Fury already said yesterday in that interview, the gloves are off. He said, he's paying millions to his lawyers. He's already admitted it that he's paying a lot of millions. This guy is trying to run away. He's trash, absolute trash. I don't know why people are backing this guy. You know what I mean? Salute to you, Goddess Allura Ra. Yes, you are correct. Boxing is a corrupt sport, undisputed. If it happens, will not be legitimate. Absolutely, it's not going to be legitimate. I don't know why people are like demanding for this undisputed when nobody really cares about. And by the way, Wilder against Fury, the third fight, if it happens, that's going to do a lot of numbers. Don't they want to make money or what? But no, because the guy is obviously scared. That's the only way. That's the only reason I can think in my mind. He's scared because there's a lot of money to be made in that fight, the Wilder fight. Why is he not won that fight? Why is people out? I'm ashamed to be in the UK, man. All these UK fans, man, they're fake. They support a guy that's fake and trash. I had enough of it, man. I had absolute enough of it.
Well,
absolute enough, Mike. I had enough of it, man.
Well, I just came back. I had to flip those ribs. So the guy said, let me, because that's what what comment was that though? So C20XC basically said, if nothing can be done, then what is the purpose of arbitration? To get money or to get the fight rules by a judge or whatever rules? Like, look, that's one of the things that people are trying to put a spin on when it comes to Deontay Wilder, is that he's suing for money. That's the thing, What are you supposed to do in Deontay Wilder's shoes? Are you just supposed to forget about everything and not sue and just let him ride into the sunset, right? So what you do in this situation is you follow the steps and everything. You get your lawyers and stuff like that to go out there to bend this guy's arm to make the fight. Because what if Deontay Wilder wins and, because 5 million is not going to be enough. 10 million is not going to be enough. His whole fight purse is going to be forfeited, I would presume. So
listen.
Hold up. So if Tyson Fury's whole fight purse, if he loses the arbitration and that's what the judge says, then there won't be no AJ and Fury fight. There won't be, because he would know that at the end of the day, with all these so-called billionaire and millionaire investors that they're talking about to give a site fee, he ain't gonna get no money, because that's what the whole thing is about. Tyson Fury skipping Deontay Wilder to make more money, because with AJ, you think Edward Hearn didn't whisper nothing in his ear the whole time? You think he didn't? Like, nah, man, come on. Think he didn't tell him anything about money? Now, yeah, boxing is a corrupt sport. Goddess Allura. Tyrone said boxing is a joke. When I saw Wilder come in like that, could barely move, and people called it legit when I turned her off boxing after that. And then Tyson Fury said that Tyson Fury said that Tyson Fury said that Povetkin had no legs. So if you can see that Povetkin looked it fucked up, how can you can't say that Wilder didn't? And Tyson Fury won't even say that. TS Boxing said Charlo fought Helen on one leg. Same deal happened there. Yep. C20XC said, does the amount awarded depend on what the amount of the judge feels necessary? I don't know. Nobody knows. But what way, how can you force somebody to fight somebody else? If Tyson Fury is running to the AJ fight, it's for money. It's because it's more money. because they have outside investors to get the site fee in these other countries because they want tourism. They want people to come in there and spend money so they can get their taxes, just like anywhere else. Why do you think cities build football stadiums? Why do you think cities build basketball stadiums? Why do you think cities build a nice, luxurious downtowns and with nice hotel rooms and stuff like that? They built those type of things to bring in taxes, to bring in tourism, because tourism brings in a lot of money. Because ordinarily, people are not going to go there just for the fight, travel somewhere for X amount of dollars for flight and just stay down there for one day. No, people are going to stay there the weekend. So that's added revenue to the city or the state. So that's what people got to understand. It's just not what you think it is. It's overinflated. You think Deontay Wilder didn't get any offers to go to another country and have a fight? But for what? You're trying to build a name. How are you going to build a name in another country when your own fans can't even see you? How is this supposed to be the biggest heavyweight fight in the last 10 years when everybody is talking about having to fight out of the UK? I don't give a fuck if it's COVID or not. I don't give a fuck if it's COVID or not. One of them states in the UK, the mayor is already talking about he's doing everything in his power to open this shit up with everybody so they could bring the fight for the UK fans because of fucking money. He doesn't give a fuck rat's ass about fucking boxing. He's talking about the money that fight's gonna bring into the motherfucking city. The revenue. So nobody knows. But Tyson Fury damn show duck Deontay is trying to attempt to duck Deontay Wilder for money because he wouldn't be talking. If that was the case, he wouldn't be talking about fighting Deontay Wilder now when he said he wouldn't. He wouldn't have brought up the thing about not fighting Deontay Wilder because of no fans in attendance. He wouldn't bring that up, but not fighting Aji Kabayao because of no fans in attendance. And he won't be talking about fighting no Anthony Joshua in the UK and these other countries because no fans in attendance.
Do you know what? Yeah.
About it.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Yeah, Tyson Fury. I'm gonna tell you exactly. Yeah, like Tyson Fury is still, despite of that fake win, Tyson Fury is still scared of Deontay Wilder, and I'll tell you why. Because yesterday he even admitted that AJ cannot beat Wilder. He's saying nobody can beat Wilder. He said even if he loses against AJ, AJ has to see Wilder, and AJ's gonna lose against Wilder. So according to Tyson Fury, Wilder is still dangerous. So if that's the thing. That's why, that indicates that he is still scared, and he knows that Wilder is still risky. And this arbitration stuff for Deontay Wilder is not money. He wants that fight. This is personal for him. This is not about money. It's personal because he knows, Deontay Wilder deep down knows that Tyson Fury cheated him, and that wasn't a fair fight. So he wants to fight him. He wants to show him what he's capable of. Okay? So I don't know why people think arbitration is about money, because I understand exactly what Wilder wants. Yeah, some people, if they go into arbitration, they want money. But to Wilder got already money. Wilder is, he's happy. He's living a nice life. He's got millions, hundreds of millions of pounds. He invested in a lot of businesses. He doesn't want money. He wants this fight. And I don't know why people can't see that, Mike, man. This is not about money. This is about the get back. This is about showing the world what he's capable of, that he knows deep down he can beat Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury knows that as well. That's why he said it yesterday. He said, if AJ beats me, he's still not great. He still needs to see Deontay Wilder. And I'll tell you what, Deontay Wilder's going to beat him, he said. So Tyson Fury's still scared.
Well,
people need to read between the lines. That's all I'm saying. They need to read between the lines.
Like Mo, put it like this, man. You playing video games, or you playing soccer, you playing basketball outside and shit like that. You could win a couple games, or you could win a game against somebody, but that next game you might not fucking win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
There's some competition here. It's like, damn, this next one's gonna be tough too. I won this one, but I might not win the next one. And Tyson Fury knows that. Anybody, like I said earlier, like he could say whatever he wants to about how the third fight is going to go. It sounds good because he did it, but he won't admit that. He can admit that Povetkin looked fucked up, but he can't admit. He can't. He first of all, he can't say he did. He never said he didn't cheat, and he never won't admit that Deontay Wilder didn't look right. Let me read some of these comments. C20XC says, "Does the amount awarded depend on what the amount of the judge feels necessary?" I don't know, man. It's all up to him. The judge might just say the whole purse. I don't know. He might just say like, "Hey, man, if you don't fight Deontay Wilder, and if you fight, it can't say your next fight. It has to be if you go and fight Anthony Joshua, your undisputed fight. You got to give that whole purse because he can do whatever the fuck he wants to. Like how it was kind of something back in the days when Marvin Gaye got sued, and he didn't get sued when he divorced his one of his wives. In the court, the judge ruled that his next album has to go to her, and so what he basically did was did a diss track. C20XC said, Fury AJ would happen in Dubai. No chance it will be anywhere else. So Kenny Han can attend. I don't know. Because Kenny Han might not have that much money no more because he's up over there. Interpol's on his ass. So they Interpol is waiting. So any given day, any given month, his ass is gonna be locked up.
No, but he's saying that. Yeah, but he's saying if it happens in Dubai, he'll attend. Yeah, for sure he will because that's where he's hiding.
No, he says
hiding in Dubai.
No, he says so. Kenny Han can attend.
Yeah, if it happens in Dubai, that's what he's trying to say.
No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying the fight would. He said the fight would happen in Dubai. No chance it will happen anywhere else. So Kenny Han can attend. I don't know. So Rob Sportsman Lee, what's happening, baby? What's going on with you? He says.
Salute, Rob.
It also indicates Fury cheated against Wilder. Yeah, he won't admit to nothing. He won't say he didn't do it. He never said it. He didn't do it. C20XC said, if the judge can't make the fight happen, then what's this all about? No, you just got to take that. You got to take that shit from him. That's what it's all about.
Now, basically, yeah, like obviously Wilder's gonna do his best to make this fight happen. Okay, he's the only guy that's trying his best. Fury is obviously fighting against it. He's fighting to have this undisputed. But then again, it's not Wilder's fault. Regardless, it's not Wilder's fault. Wilder's trying his best. Fury's the one that's running away.
But that's what I'm trying to tell folks is that nobody knows. This is why I keep trying to say this. Like, this is the reason why the right question should be asked with these guys that's been through these types of things, because nobody knows how much weight does this arbitration holds. Nobody knows what can they do. Nobody knows what their power is. And so that's the reason why I keep saying this. Kind of local sports, what's happening, my homie?
Salute, Kano.
That's the reason why I keep trying to tell people is that that's one thing that that'd be nice to know about, because then people would know that this fight is mostly AJ and Fury ain't happening. Because if you think about it, a lot of boxing contracts have force majeure clauses in there. A lot of them do. So Shaky Foster with Lou DiBella put a force majeure clause in that contract, which has been hindering O'Shaki to get a fight. So that's what I'm saying. No, that's certain questions need to be asked, man. Whether C20XC said if the no, I read that one. TS Tyrone said again, only thing I care about is Wilder fighting that guy from overseas, Fury or whatever his name is, who got lucky win because Wilder couldn't move. I mean, that's about it. That's about it, Tyrone. And then he talking about that C20XE guy. He says, you seem to be asking a lot of questions today.
They're going at it. There's a hate relationship kind of thing. Now, but listen though, fun and jokes aside though, yeah, like listen, all I see is I see Wilder, he's trying to get this fight. For him, the arbitration is about the fight. Fury is trying to pay Wilder off. That's the indication that I'm getting at. But Wilder is he doesn't want that. because he's got money. This is not about money for Wilder. That's why he's showing you like the lifestyle he's living in on Instagram. I don't know if you got Instagram or not, but every month he's posting stuff on Instagram, showing his lifestyle, the money that he got. So he's showing you that he doesn't want no money. He's showing you, he's hinting, I won this fight. But people think this arbitration is not this. Listen, he doesn't care about money. Wilder got money. He wants to fight. And until
Well,
people understand that, we're not going to get nowhere. We need to put pressure on Fury. I don't know if this guy in the chat is Fury fan, C20 XE. I don't know if you're a Fury fan, but I suggest if you are a Fury fan to put pressure on your guy, because until his fans put pressure on because I spoke to a couple of Fury fans on my channel the other day, and they saying they won the third fight, they won the trilogy, because I told them, look, if your guy is so good, there's an agreement on the table, fight him, simple as that. Then if you win, go have that undisputed fight with all blessings. But no, he's trying to run away because he knows Wilder is risky. He knows Wilder is risky.
well,
This is the problem that we're having, and until we stop that, we're not gonna get nowhere. We're gonna go circles and circles. You know what I mean? And I'm fine with it. I'm gonna go around circles and circles. You know what I mean? Until I can't do it no more.
And well, that's the reason why I kept trying to tell folks is that, you know, one of the things is that, you know, when you don't, you know, everybody worried about who's Deontay Wilder going to fight next. You know what I'm saying? But not worried about Wilder versus Fury because they think that the AJ fight is going to happen. But, you know, that's the thing. You know, Deontay Wilder's not out here going to negotiations with anybody else because at the end of the day, you know, he should only want to fight Tyson Fury. And that's it. Then that's it. You know, a lot of people want to say they're like, oh, what is he doing? And isn't the third? You know, don't worry about what he's doing. Worry about what his actions is. And his actions is he's not going into contracts to fight another fighter. He's not going out here talking about other fighters and putting them down. He's sitting up over here in the cut, allowing his lawyers to do their fucking job and not over here trying to hate on, because Deontay Wilder could be doing way more than what he's doing right now. Deontay Wilder could be doing videos talking about some, oh, ain't shit happening over there. You still got to see me. You know what the deal is. Show your ass up in court. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He could be doing all kind of shit right now, but he ain't. He's sitting up over here allowing his lawyers to do their damn job. Imagine if Tyson Fury was Deontay Wilder right now. He'd be running his mouth every fucking week. Every fucking week, every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? But Deontay Wilder is not. So people got to sit back and understand that.
Two different characters.
Exactly. One ain't going to sit up over here and make, how many videos does Wilder make outside of camp?
No, he basically posts his pictures. That's all he does. And he, you know, now and then he has interviews with people. But like once a month, we see like a picture, and he's hinting, you know, to say, look, I've got enough money in my bank. You know, I don't need the money. I want this fight. Listen, we could easily settle this. We could forget the arbitration. Yeah. Wilder is not even taking this guy to court for the cheating thing. He's taking him to court for the third fight. How are you going to defend Fury on this one? I don't understand that.
Well,
I know people been saying it for ages. They've been saying it for ages. Oh, he didn't cheat. He didn't do that. Oh, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Wilder is not even taking him to court for the cheating bit. He's taking him to court to get this third fight.
See,
and people are still defending him.
Let me interrupt you real quick, Mo, because C20XE said something. He said, I totally agree with you, Mo, but if Wilder knows he hasn't got a cat held in chance of getting the fight, then has to be another incentive too. Look, you gotta understand this, right? And I hope I explain this well, right? If Fury is spending millions, if Wilder is spending millions, right, to get this fight, because that's what they're doing, right? Why is Tyson Fury spending millions in a fight, crying about him being outside the ring for X amount of days that he needs a fight. He needs a tune-up, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. Why is he spending millions? Doesn't make any sense. He probably already spent 2-3 million already right now in lawyer fees, right? At the end of it, he'd probably end up spending 5-6. And if Deontay Wilder wins, plus other money. So if you actually really think about it, if Deontay Wilder is spending millions, when everybody says he hasn't sold this, he hasn't sold that, he really ain't got no money, blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing right now because they should be top tier lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that if you didn't want to fight? Why would you spend millions of dollars? Why would you spend millions of dollars to run from a fight? Why? Reason why you spend millions of dollars because you're running from the fight is because you know that you're going to recruit that money back up from that AJ fight. That fighting Deontay Wilder ain't worth the squeeze. Because guess what? He might just knock your ass out. Doesn't make any sense to spend all that damn money. It doesn't. And stay out the ring for 6-7 months. It doesn't. When you say you have depression and that boxing is the only thing that's keeping you alive and not backsliding and all that stuff, doesn't make any sense. If Wilder was a tune-up and you could fight Wilder with one hand tied your back, AJ with one hand tied your back, why didn't you run it back besides spend millions of dollars on lawyer fees?
For the life of me, I don't understand how you're going to spend millions and millions of dollars here in lawyers' fees when you can fight the guy and earn a lot of money. Fury doesn't even listen. Fury knows that this fight is going to make him a lot of money with Wilder, but guess what? He doesn't listen. He doesn't want to risk getting knocked out. He knows he got knocked out a couple of rounds in the first fight. So obviously he knows the risks that are involved. That's why he doesn't want to really do it. That's why he's willing. He'd rather spend millions, in lawyers' fees rather than fight the guy. This is funny, man. This is absolutely weird.
See, this is what I'm saying. C20XC, right? Why is that Marshall chick not fighting Clarissa Shields? Why is she not? You know why she's not fighting her? Because of money. She know now well if she fights Clarissa Shields and she loses, it's over with. No more money like that. Got to get a second job again. You see what I'm saying? When she can sit up over there and milk the system like what Tyson Fury is doing. Look what happened to Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor was going on to make $20-50 million a fight again, end up getting in the ring and losing. What happens? He got to come back to try to redeem himself, to try to get that money back. You think he's going to get another fight like that, big fight like that again? Especially if he loses again? No. It's a wrap. That's what they scared of. It's not getting knocked out by Deontay Wilder. It's about that next payday ain't going to be there. You think Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury didn't have other people saying, come on over here to our country for X amount of millions of dollars? Think they didn't? You think they didn't? You think other boxers ain't getting the same thing? You think they didn't? They are. We just don't hear about it because it's none of our goddamn business. There's only certain people out here that's telling their whole goddamn business like they had drunk in the bar, welling out all their goddamn feelings, and that's Edward Hearn. Nobody needs to know how much money the motherfucker got that's invested into your fight unless you want the people to know because you want the people to feel like the fight is bigger than what it is, but nobody know their names. You don't hear those people saying they invested into the fight. If you're investing in the fight investing into a fight to bring it to your home country and you got all that money, how come nobody is saying nothing? How come they're not trying to hold up? How come they're not trying to make a buzz and shit like that in their own country to bring in tourism and stuff like that? How come they not? Because I don't think there is any. I think
Listen,
this was
I'm
all.
gonna say one more thing.
Hold on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
say. I'm gonna go anyway.
I'm almost done. I think this is all a ploy to get these guys, these sanctioning bodies, to make the Fury and AJ fight. I don't think there's anybody throwing out that money like that. Go ahead, Mo.
Absolutely. I'm about to go because my battery is dying. I don't know. StreamYard always kills my battery. But all I'm saying is that half of the UK fans don't even know that Fury is running away from Wilder. I'm telling you now, half of the UK fans don't know that because they think that they think he beat Wilder and that's it, and he's gonna fight AJ for undisputed. That's all. They're all brainwashed. Half of them don't even know that there's a third fight, that he's running away. Half of them don't know that he's a drugs cheat. Half of them don't know a lot of stuff because most of the UK fans are casuals. That's why they're defending Fury. If they know the real Fury, they wouldn't defend him, man. I'm telling you. The guy's a liar. He's a cheater and a scumbag. But yeah, man. Thanks for
Wow,
having me, man.
wow.
Thanks for having me on, bro, man.
No problem, man. I see you soon. I'm about to get up
Yes,
out of
man.
here too because I gotta get on these ribs.
Bless up, my brother, man.
You know, big up, man. All right, that was my boy Mo. Tyrone's didn't want to get on with his punk ass, because he got schoolwork. So I ain't mad at you. Yeah, but C20XC, man, that boy resilient. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with what he's saying. Like as far as like going back and forth, it just might not like it, but at least he's not being disrespectful with his shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. C20XC. I got to read out the term sheet for legality and shit like that before you start running the muck in this motherfucker. Ross Sportsman Lee said that definitely sounds like UK fight fans. See? Hey, man, but like I said, man, there's a lot of questions. There's some questions that should be asked by these reporters. I don't know why they asked these type of questions. Maybe you guys heard it, but I ain't never heard nobody say pork ribs. I've never heard nobody ask, how much weight does arbitration holds with these sanctioned bodies and all this stuff? Like what really happens, to get in the nitty gritty or try to get these guys, these lawyers that have done arbitration with boxing and what is it called? CAS or something? Court of Arbitration in Sports. Ask those guys, because these people act like they out there in Switzerland. Ask them what happens with arbitration as well, because there's a lot of questions out there that needs to be answered, asked and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, as the days go on, I'm thinking that there aren't any investors with the AJ and Fury fight, especially when there's only Matchroom Boxing doing the whole thing of getting the venue and all that stuff. And maybe it is Daniel Kinningham. Maybe it's somebody else that's putting up the money through proxy. So Tyrone said, Ross Sportsman Lee, talk OnlyFans. I know who stay and watch and streams thousands of miles from home start to finish. Yeah. Yep. But anyways, guys, get up out of here. Get on these ribs. Shout outs to the LDBC and everybody stay sucker free.